All right, welcome back to the next part here. So what we want to do now that you've got your welcome screen, the name of your game over here set, we want to go ahead and get the start button kind of set up and programmed and ready to rock and roll. So we are going to be creating a new sprite. And this is going to be our start button. So you can design this however you want. If you want to make it oval or whatever shape or form, you can handwrite it, doesn't matter. I'm going to go with a um, triangle here, I believe, is what I want to do. And I want to make this more of a red on the inside, make it a little bit darker. There we go. And then what I think I'm going to do, I don't want it quite so big. So I'm going to shrink this here a little bit. Just like so. And I'm actually going to put in another shape within. And I'm going to fill that with a black. And then from there, I'm going to put in a text. And I'm just going to put start. But obviously, we got to change that color. So I want to make that a bright red. And we're going to expand it all the way across so it looks nice. There we go. And the last thing that I want to do is I want to group all these together so it's one piece. You can see here now if I move it, it's all one. So actually what I might do is stick that right down here. I'm going to put this at 0 so it's centered. There we go. And just because I like consistent numbers, we're going to make this 100. Alright, so now we have that. That is going to be our start button. And now what we want to do is put some code in there. And so we want to get that rocking and rolling. So let's get the code entered in here. Okay, so let's get some of this stuff going here. We're going to go here to events. And we're just going to play that when the green arrow is clicked, we actually want the sprite to be seen. So we're going to go to looks, and we want to make sure that we show it. So I'm going to drag this show block over. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. When we start the game, we want this button to be seen. We also want to put one more in here that when the sprite is clicked, so if someone clicks on the sprite, what do we want to have happen? Well, we want a couple things to happen. The first thing that we want to do is we want to hide it because once we go, we want to get into the game, right? So let's get that hide block in there. But the other thing we got to do is set up a sequence so that we can broadcast and get our first level up and running. And so what we want to do here then is we want to put a broadcast block in here as well. And so we're going to go here and we're going to broadcast, but we don't, we want a new message here of start. So it's going to broadcast start and then it's going to hide. Eventually, once we do, we're going to be creating our levels and we'll be adding a block to this where we're going to be able to set the level. Will automatically go to the next level that we want. But for now, let's just make sure that this works. So I click this green here, and if I click start, it should disappear, and we're in good shape. And what we also want to do is have that same block. I'm actually just going to drag this down to my backpack, and we're going to do the same thing down here for Welcome to Micro Maze. And actually what I want to have happen here is not when this sprite's clicked, but when another sprite is pressed. So we're going to go here. When I receive the start signal, this welcome to MicroMaze is going to disappear. So let's try this again here. There's our start. I click on it and we should, if it works, have a complete black screen. Boom. So now we can go through in our next step, go through and just build our first level and get the code up and running so that the level kicks in when we're ready to play.